Thank you very much for joining us for this episode of Evo Inspires. Delighted to be joined by Melissa Armstrong today from Capita, and I'm going to jump straight into question 1. What's the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out?
Not to compromise and just always make sure you love what you do, have a passion for it. I think like an example, especially in my situation, because I've always good with working with numbers, I just naturally gravitate to working in accounting, but I didn't have a passion for accounting at all. So,
Understandable.
And ended up working in IT. So it's just a completely different take. And as I say, it's, because I've always good with numbers, people, and I've had like advice, people saying, because you're good with numbers, just, these things are open to you, whether it's working in an actuarial or working in finance. And I just did that. But I don't want to use the word wasted, because I don't believe I've wasted any time working in finance, because a lot of the IT projects that I actually work on today are finance-based projects, whether it's implementing a finance application or upgrading a finance application or doing a migration from a finance application to a different application. So it's not wasted. So a lot of those skills are transferable to what I'm doing today. And it makes me more marketable as well.
Definitely, yeah, it does. I mean, IT presence within financial services is huge, isn't it? So having that previous domain knowledge and that sector knowledge is hugely advantageous for someone in your industry. But I think you're quite right in what you say about enjoying and being passionate about what you work on and what you do. The return for you individually and the return for the business you work for is huge, because if you're genuinely passionate about what you do, your performance levels just naturally are improved, aren't they? It's like, it's guaranteed.
You go all out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
Can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
Yeah, I think that would be, again, within IT. So in terms of like the journey that makes like a really significant impact was, again, when I moved from finance into IT. As I say, I did always enjoy working I did enjoy working in finance, but it wasn't as good as working in IT, and getting that exposure working in IT. It's like, wow, okay, I'm solving problems every day, and it's not the same old thing. It's like working in finance, it's kind of like mundane and repeating the same old thing every day. And whereas within IT, you're faced with a different problem every day. So, you have to be good at solving problems, and you also have to enjoy solving problems as well. But also you get exposed to working with different people as well and meeting different people. So I think that's just like naturally gravitates me away from working within finance into IT. So that was like a pivotal moment from me transitioning to finance into IT. And I think that was like pretty significant, because I didn't really know I enjoyed, IT until I've actually been exposed. It's like, okay, I'm in finance, we were doing a project to move from one application to the next. And naturally, because I was like an SME within that finance application, I was involved in the project. I was like, wow, okay. And that was the exposure. So that was like significant, because this was like, I would say about maybe going 20 years now. And stuck with it. So that was significant for me.
There is such synergy between, there's so many different financial applications that run within IT as well. Probably having that shorter bridge to cross in moving from financial services into IT probably helped. And then you've obviously gone on to kick on and I'm sure work on a number of different initiatives within it that haven't been financial centric, but made for an easier transition for you. How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life, and what's your go-to strategy for overcoming them?
I would say naturally, I'm a very relaxed person, and I'd like to take time to address what that challenge is. So I don't tend to rush into anything. I'm like really analytic. So I look at ways in, different ways of doing things and then just analyze it. But also not just that, I like to get feedback from people as well. So even though I'll take the time to analyze things myself, I tend to go away and get feedback and other people's approach and feedback into what they think as well. As I say, it's not like a silo thing, but it's more of me taking that step back and looking at different ways and then engaging people as well afterwards to say, okay, then whether the outcome or the conclusion that I think I'm going to go towards, whether that would be validated by somebody else when I get their feedback. But that's what I would say is like, just take a step back and analyze the situation.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Not rush into anything.
It's a calm head in a storm is worth its weight in gold, isn't it? And if you've got that natural ability to step back, assess and analyze and do that in quite a calm manner, it's in any challenge or crisis, it's a really good skill set to hold.
Yeah, that's it. I know. I never try to rush into anything. As I say, like working in IT, you're faced with problems every single day. It's problem solving. And you just need to remember as well that no man is an island.
Yeah.
So it's about working and be able to work in a collaborative manner, working with people. Is, I can't do this on my own. I need people as well. So I like to engage and collaborate with people and get their views as well. We're all different and we all have a natural ability in terms of how we do things and what approach we'll take to solving problems. So again, I like other people's input as well. So
brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us today for this episode of Evo Inspires, Melissa. It's been great to get your insights and a little bit more background into your career today. So thank you very much for contributing. It's really appreciated.
No worries, David. Lovely talking to you too. Thank you.